What if sleep was no longer necessary? Imagine humanity discovers a way to completely remove the need for sleep. Not sleep less, not fall asleep faster, but the body simply keeps working without needing to shut down at night. At first, it sounds like a superpower. We would gain about 8 extra hours every day. That's a third of our lives that used to disappear into sleep. People could study more, work more, travel more, spend time with family, or finally build the skills they always postpone. Cities would never really switch off. Transport, shops, services, everything could run smoothly around the clock. But sleep is not only a battery recharge. It is a full maintenance mode for the brain and the body. While we sleep, several important processes happen. First, the brain reduces mental noise. During the day, we absorb thousands of signals, conversations, news, messages, emotions. Sleep helps separate what matters from what doesn't. It strengthens useful memories and lowers emotional tension. If sleep is no longer needed, that means something else must take over this cleaning and sorting job. Otherwise, the brain would get overloaded. People would become more irritable, more anxious, less focused, and their thoughts would feel messy and chaotic. Second, sleep supports repair. The body uses that time to restore itself, tissues recover, the immune system recalibrates, and many internal settings return to balance. If sleep disappears, repair would have to happen while we are awake, like servicing an airplane that never lands. It might be possible, but only if biology changes or if new technology constantly keeps the body stable in the background. And then comes the biggest question. Who controls this new ability? If no sleep life is not equally available to everyone, society could split. Some people would gain more time for education and careers, while others would stay in the old rhythm. Even if it is safe, pressure would appear. Employers might want extra hours, competition would rise, and resting could start to look like weakness. Sleep would vanish, but a new kind of exhaustion could grow. Exhaustion from never having a natural stopping point. There is another issue we rarely notice. Night is a pause for the planet. Streets get quieter, lights dim, and the human brain gets a moment of silence. If people stay active without interruption, the world becomes louder. More light at night, more noise, more energy use, more production. We would need to build quiet artificially. Dark zones, screen-free hours, rules for cities. Otherwise, our minds would still demand what sleep used to provide, reset and calm. Still, there is an optimistic version of this future. If the end of sleep does not mean work forever, but instead means live wider, humanity could redesign time itself. More learning, more creativity, more science, more care for health, more meaningful relationships. Night would no longer equal exhaustion. It would become freedom. Someone painting at 3 a.m., someone training in an empty stadium, someone studying without paying for it with broken mornings. So a world without sleep is not just extra hours. It would reshape biology, economics, and culture. Today, sleep is our natural safety system. If we remove it, we must create new safety systems for the brain, for the body, and for society. Because the most dangerous part of never sleeping is not that we won't get tired. It's that we might never stop, even when stopping is exactly what we need.